Hey, you did it, G. How was your first and hopefully last nab and grab? They're unharmed and in one piece, I see. I gather from the cursing and yelling that you didn't gag them before you put the bag over their head. God forbid we have to do this again, but if we do, we should invest in gags as some sort of knockout gas. Make a note of that. All right. I get that this is very shocking for you, but I'd really appreciate if you could calm down with the insults. Criminals have feelings, too. Believe me, I have nothing against you, personally. And we're gonna try to make this as painless as... You're not the governor's kid. Giacomo, this is not the governor's kid we were trying to ransom. Who the fuck is this? Excuse me just a second, though. This is the picture I showed you from last week's newspaper. Look at it next to this civilian you got tangled up in our business. This looks nothing alike. How'd you possibly mix them up? But what's the point of us giving you a health plan including vision if you're not gonna use it? You're taking the day and going to the optometrist. Boss's orders. For your nearsightedness gets you and me killed. Alright. How are we gonna take care of you? No, we're not gonna kill you. Don't know what sort of Godfather-esque dark romance stuff you've been reading or watching, but organized crime is a fairly tidy process nowadays. Making people sleep with the fishes is costly and messy. Me and mine almost exclusively work in money laundering and counterfeiting. This, admittedly, is a bit of a special case. See, our local governor, running for re-election based on his staunch Christian family values. Yeah, that one with the ill-fitting suits. I'm always saying that. Man doesn't know how to dress. You know what he does know how to do? Always weighing the sweet, unsuspecting woman's odds and bets without telling him he's married. Sweet, unsuspecting women like my widowed Auntie Nina, who thought she'd get a second chance at love and got nothing but an NDA and a frankly insulting amount of hush money. I fucking know, right? So you see why this is a special case. Why we had to make this personal and see how he likes people he loves not being treated like they deserve. Or, rather, we tried to. Where'd we go wrong there, by the way? Giacomo, were you the one that managed to pick up a stray instead of doing your job? That's right. That schmuck had an event at the library. Shaking hands, kissing babies, probably being a worse role model and reader than the drag queens he hates. I thought it was closed to the public. That's why we planned the kidnapping then. Are you on his campaign team, though? 'Cause I hate to break it to you, your boss is a fucking asshole. You're a librarian. You kidnapped a librarian? You are fucking killing me, man. What are you gonna do next? Roll a nurse and kick us down to a lower circle of hellfire and brimstone? Do me a favor. Go out and start the car, please, so we can try to get some good karma back. Sorry about all this, though. Let's get you untied, out of this stinking warehouse and back home. Of course we're gonna take you home, though. Safe and sound. You've suffered enough because of me and my cousins out there, and keeping you quiet the old-fashioned way wouldn't benefit us at all. Like I said, I like my crimes like I like my money. Untraceable and unbloodied. Hand to God. Besides, I'm a mobster, not a monster. Libraries are an important part of the community, and I appreciate people like you who keep them running as best you can. Might even want to stop by and say hello if that's alright with you. 'Cause I think you're interesting. I'll grant you, it's partly because I'd rather you not snitch to the feds, but mostly because I'd like to see you again. In the past 2 hours, you've had a sack thrown over your head, been manhandled into a van, strapped to a chair, and left to stew in fear in a cold, dank warehouse of God knows what. In those 2 hours, you haven't lost your cool or nerve even once. You didn't cry, beg, or scream. You cursed me out, called me words I won't repeat in your polite company, and did a real number on my associate, if him limping out of here is any indicator. I can't say I meet someone like you often, even in my line of work. You're giving me, a seasoned criminal, terms and conditions. I like you. All right, doll, I'll bite. I'm invested. What must I do if I want to come see you at work? No more illegal activities on library grounds? That's a fair enough ask. What's the second thing? Oh, it goes without saying that I'll be the one driving you home. I love G, I do, but I wouldn't trust in the navigator to set up a paper bag at this point. I wasn't aware shelving books required so much standing and reading. Is this how my tax dollars are being used? I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to startle you while you were busy. But I thought I'd look worse if I stood here any longer without saying anything. I'd say, it's no surprise we nabbed you at work. If that's how intense you get when you read, I could have opened fire, and you wouldn't have batted an eye. Not that I'd ever, of course. Yes, no illegal activities. Giacomo, or yelling, or I'm out. Understood. Speaking of, G's asked me to mention he'd like to come by and apologize for himself sometime, if you'd allow. He's embarrassed and would like to show you his new glasses and bring you some sort of restitution. He's been considering something like flowers or an edible arrangement, but I think you could really leverage a generous donation to the library out of him if you make him wait for it. That's not the only reason I'm here. Maybe I want to see my favorite librarian. Maybe I want to partake in normal, upstanding citizen activities, like paying overdue book fees, reading. Sure I am. In fact, maybe I've been looking for the book you're about to shelve. May I? I've been wanting something to really jump into on a relaxing day with a blanket, and what better chance to start reading? Nodded by the Alpha. You can't tell me to quiet down. You're laughing too. Don't shush me, you hypocrite. I walked right into that, I'll admit. Here, take your smart bag. I won't be checking that out today. The library's so much less stuffy and uptight than I'd imagined. Thought you might be shushing people constantly to maintain the peace and sanctuary of the space, but it's actually so we can focus on the Omegaverse. Yes, you are, doll. You literally just shushed me. I'm not sure I believe you, honestly. What would you do all day if not shushing people and being the object of schoolboy fantasies? Getting hauled into cars without your permission? Hey, sorry about that again, by the way. Hey now, I'm not keeping you from doing your job. I wouldn't dream of it. I'm fairly sure if I did anything of the sort, you'd go after me and my ankles with your book cart. And I'm not confident that's a fight I'd win. I'm just curious, observing, making conversation, watching the master at work. You know what? You're right. I should be working. In fact, I should check in with my manager, give him a call. Excuse me a sec. Hey boss, do I have anything pressing on the agenda? No, in fact, take the whole day for yourself, my beloved and perfect employee. You've earned it. Well, if you say so, who am I to argue? I'll see you tomorrow by the water cooler then. It would seem I'm free for the day. When you're as good as I am, you get to be the boss. When you're as good as I am, you get to be the boss young. Also, my mom wanted to retire young alongside my auntie Nina. Who was I to deny the woman who raised me? She's doing good. Thank you for asking. I won't say what we may or may not have done to cheer her up, but I'm pleased to say it's worked and raised her spirits. I will let you know it involved sending her and my mom on a girls' trip to Vegas. I'll let her know you asked about her when they get back. She'll be so charmed. Oh, it's Caesar's Entertainment that should worry about not making their bottom line, not me. Despite her terrible instincts with men, my auntie's a monster at roulette. My mom can count cards better than a machine. Granted, they probably spend all the winnings on prosciutto and scantily clad men, but at the very worst, they'll break even. If not, I'll figure it out. I'll pivot. Maybe I'll consider it a career change and become a librarian. Would you put in a good word for me, though? What? I love books and giving back to my community. Isn't that what's important? What else could I need? Okay, I hear what you're saying about a master's degree in library science, but what if, instead, I brought my winning smile? I could be your personality hire. You don't sound convinced. Maybe you could tell me more about these job requirements later, over lunch. Because Giacomo's not the only one who'd like to apologize. And in my opinion, there's no gesture quite as appropriate, heartfelt, and sincere as a home-cooked meal. Doll, if I wanted to keep you quiet or take you out on anything but a date, this is not how I'd go about it. Why would I escort you home and meet you publicly at your place of work if I wanted you to disappear? And not to mention, poison? Really? It's an ineffectual, unreliable weapon, so slow-acting and difficult to dose properly. Besides, most poisons are horribly bitter and would ruin what I cooked. I would never disrespect food that way. I'd say it is, given I'm the one who made it, but you'll have to find out for yourself. When's your lunch break? Oh no, I'll have to wait an hour. What will I do to keep myself entertained among this vast collection of all human knowledge and imagination? Do what you've got to do. I got a cooler, patient, and fictional alpha to get intimately acquainted with. I can wait. And obviously, 10-year-olds don't understand the technicalities of counterfeiting and crime. We just knew, hey, this is money. We have a lot of it. So no one will care if we take some to the arcade. I was a DDR kid. I loved the game, but she, that cruel mistress, did not love me. I needed practice. So, G and I, we see a stack of fresh, crisp fives. We just grab a few off the top, not knowing those were the rejects from the printer. Misprints. Looked like someone's punk fan art of Abraham Lincoln. Like someone gave him neck tattoos and blue hair, except if an artist actually did that, it would have been still more believable than the money we tried to put in the token machine. Oh, God, wouldn't that have been amazing? No, they didn't work. And they were so obviously fakes, they really considered calling the police on a couple of preteens, if not for the fact I called our moms, who convinced the owners we were the victims here. Something about us selling our skateboards to a con man and not knowing any better. You bet they bought it. My mom's a great liar. Didn't hurt that G and I had known how to cry on cue since we could practically walk. In a heartbeat. Especially when I have the whole summer of punishment memories to draw on, because we took money without asking and almost blew the whole operation, which, I have to be real with you, was the main reason we were in trouble. We had to spend the rest of the summer working in my uncle's restaurant, learning to appreciate the value of money. Which is partially ironic when any of us remember the restaurant was initially laundry in front. The only reason there's real cooks and work to be done in the back of the house is because Ma doesn't let things go half-assed. That place became the talk of the town 1 month under her thumb, and that's where we spent hot weeks peeling lemons, chopping onions, kneading pasta, the like. That's where I learned how to cook. I'm glad you think my food's good enough to go pro. That's sweet. But that was never in the cards for me. Ma wanted to retire, and this is the sort of business you like to keep in the family. Besides, cooking becomes so much less exciting when you have to do it for the money. I still refuse to make tortellini after that summer. No, this is tortellini. Much bigger, much less fussy, much more satisfying. The tortellini is not so much a food as an exercise in torture. If you'd like to try it, I'm sure I could be tempted or persuaded, bribed, perhaps. What do I want? I'll have to consider that. I'm sure I could figure something out. Well, I certainly don't want to be late, that's for sure. I will not be responsible for you going missing yet again. May I help you? I can see why you like your job so much. This courtyard's a lovely place to eat and read and people watch. You know, I watched a little kid take their first steps the other day. I work. I have my laptop. I leave after we have lunch. I work nights. I do more than cook and look at your pretty self. I think about your aforementioned pretty self, of course, and educate myself on the finer points of art forgery, which is a new market I'm thinking of getting into. Very interesting. Lots of potential for international operations, networking, the like. I keep busy, believe me. For you, doll, never. I can make time in any and all of my nights for you. Hey, especially tonight, if you want. Consider yourself penciled in the calendar for a date. Do you have anything planned in particular, or shall I pick? There's a place or two I've been dying to take you. Places that make food I'm not as good at. Of course. I've been wanting to take you out for a proper date night since I laid my eyes on you, if I'm being honest. Because I kidnapped you on accident and by proxy, but still, found you at the place you work and implied I'd like you to not talk to the police while also flirting with you and bringing you lunch pretty much every day for the past 3 weeks. If we were to take that next step, if I were to pursue you more seriously than I already was, I'd want it to be because you felt comfortable and safe enough to initiate more. And while I'm being honest, I want to be sure you're not afraid of me. That you like me. Oh God, do I really? How could you not tell me I've had frosting on my face this whole time? Silly, they call me. A legion of hardened criminals at my beck and call, and they call me silly. Did I get it? What about now? Here? Sure. Please. Thank you. Hey, sorry. I've made you late. Again. Next time I make lunch, I'll have to include something extra for you co-workers. And cookies or something. And, correction. I don't have to. But I'd like to. I should. Last thing I want now that I've finally got you to go out with me is to make your friends think badly of me. That is, if I can trust you to hoard the cookies to yourself. I'll, see you tonight. Good. I'll come by and pick you up. Do you want to plan the night, or should I? Do you like surprises? Duly noted. Then I was thinking something classic and traditional to offset our, I'd say, untraditional meeting. A dinner and a movie? Good. Send along the menu of a place I have in mind. Let me know if it sounds good, so I can call and make a reservation or pick another. We'll pick the movie after? I'll be counting the minutes. And working. I'm gonna hustle along that forger I was telling you about and get that meeting done. Not letting you call me a slacker again. Oh, it's no trouble. Believe me, though. I'm the boss. So, if you say we're going on a date tonight, I'm gonna make that happen and make it good. Look forward to it. I know I am. Hey, don't you mind that crotchety, filthy bastard. Okada, when he's not being an excellent chef, is nothing but trouble. I'm not saying that because he made fun of me. I'm saying that because first he flirts with my mom, then he flirts with my date, trying to woo you with food, trying to steal my move. Absolutely no respect for bro code. Admittedly, it was incredibly excellent food. I consider myself decent at home-style Japanese cooking like rice balls or curry, but the finer things have to be done by a master with the best ingredients and decades of practice. If you like, we could take him up on his offer to go back there and watch him break down a bluefin. It's incredibly interesting how quickly he reduces this 300-pound fish to the nigiri on our plates. It's art. Hey, amazing as always, and you know it. Don't fish for compliments and tips, Kenji. You know your boss will have my head if I give you one. As if that's ever stopped me. Thank you. We'd love some time to look at the dessert menu. Give us a few, will you? And can you leave the door open on your way out? Thank you. No, we don't need a fast getaway to dine and dash. As funny as that would be, old man Okada knows my ma and where I live. That shit wouldn't stand. No, I just wanted to check in with you, so to speak. Make sure you know both figuratively and literally the door's open if you feel uncomfortable and like to go. If I wanted to admit to murder, don't you think I'd want the door closed? Besides, I don't think that'll be much of a surprise for you. Which is actually sort of my point. I like you, in case I haven't made that abundantly clear. I think you're incredibly beautiful, and more importantly, you're sharp, you're smart, you're interesting. The more I get to know you and your passions and your stories from grad school, the more I like you. But, should we continue to date, should we continue this date, I want you to be aware the reverse might not be true. I've deeply enjoyed getting to spend more time with you, but you might not like spending more time with me and all that entails. Dates like tonight being postponed or canceled because one of my business meetings went long. Injuries that I can't fully explain. Weeks or months where I might be hard or impossible to reach until the heat is off my back. People who, God forbid, might go after you to get to me. The security measures and paranoia I would put you through to make sure that doesn't happen. The possibility that, despite my experience, despite all my backup and safety procedures, there'll be a day I don't come home in my Cadillac, but in a hearse. I can promise you nice dinners, nicer gifts, anything in my power. But I can't promise you stability, and I'd like to give you the opportunity to tell me if you could be okay with that. To walk out that door. No hard feelings. The best dinners you've ever had. Whatever cuisine you like. The best money can buy. Okay. I've warned you of my possible, debatably imminent, violent demise, and you just say, okay, sounds good to me. Should have guessed you were just using me for my money. Oh, and my hot bod, thank you. I love to be useful. Are you really this brave, or are you just foolhardy? Was being a librarian so boring that you got kidnapped on the job and were just like, the hell with it, might as well have fun? Good. I'm having fun too. It's not that I want to cut our date short. There's nothing I'd like less. I just want to make sure you're aware of what being with me could involve before I get too excited for a second date. I know we're not done with the first one, but what can I say that I already haven't? I like you. I want to be with you, if you'd have me. All of me. I have to ask. I have to make sure. I don't want you to feel pressured or intimidated after the whole kidnapping thing. I can be intimidating. I'm frequently intimidating. Do I really? Soy sauce on my good shirt like I'm a toddler. You're gonna ruin my street cred. Fine. I'm not scary. And you're not scary. You're proving your point. How foolish of me to question you and your resolve. Or to deprive you of dessert, of course. That's the real deal breaker that'll make you walk out, isn't it? Not the illicit business or dangers, but me keeping you from the full course dinner I promised you. You know, one could say this is what I get for bringing you homemade lunches and snacks. Have I spoiled you and gotten you used to demanding royal culinary treatment? Good. Dolls should be spoiled. Order whatever you like. The yuzu sorbet is really good and easy to eat after a big meal. I really like the anmitsu too. Traditional, can be hard to find done well. Kenji, good timing. Suspiciously good timing. You been eavesdropping on tables again, you nosy bastard? Let's make you less bored then. We'd like 2 of the sorbets and anmitsu to share. And if you bring some of those seaweed rice crackers the boss keeps on the highest shelf, I won't tell him you've been snooping. 1, what kind of waiter comments on how much dessert we order? Terrible service. 2, we're going to a movie after this. We need snacks. 3, what kind of waiter calls his customer cheap? Get out of here. You can call me cheap, try to steal my date. How dare you? Give me back my money. Give me your manager. Don't you listen to that asshole. I can afford movie theater snacks. I just choose not to. Part of the fun's stuffing your pocket full of contraband, hoping they don't check your bags with your ticket. Good. We agree on that. Now, the important thing for us to decide, what movie to watch. I'll lay my cards on the table. They're doing a screening of Porco Rosso, and that sounds like a fun night to me. Of course, Studio Ghibli's for everyone, regardless of gender, race, occupation. She's a sucker for Ponyo, though Spirited Away scares the shit out of him. The tunnel really freaks him out, and I can't blame him. Hey there, doll. I was worried I'd have to come in there and drag you out. When would you take your lunch break if I weren't here to lure you into the sunshine? A wilted salad behind the checkout desk. We can't have that. I have a gift for you. A surprise. It's a Birkin bag. Genuine. Handcrafted Hermes. Made sure to get it in your favorite color. I'm glad you like it. I thought it'd go well with your wardrobe, since you librarians seem to have a sexy, business casual, academic thing going on. Not to mention, notoriously roomy. Just think of all the books you could fit in this baby. Practically nothing. Don't worry about it. The real investment was the time, trying to find one in the right shade with how few of these they make. Lucky for you and me, I love a challenge. I have a gift for you. A surprise. It's a Cartier. I know a wristwatch isn't really necessary nowadays, but a good accessory is timeless, you know? Not to mention it suits the composed librarian chic you wear so well. Can I put it on for you? There. I made sure to put the same precious metal as your other jewelry, so it really suits you and your skin tone. I'm glad you like it. A gift for you. A surprise. I got us reservations for that Armenian restaurant you saw online and have been wanting to try. I know they just got their second Michelin star. And? Where my doll wants to go, I take him. What you want, I make happen. We're going tomorrow night, so we should start thinking of what we'd like to order. They make their own lavish in-house and have a selection of Armenian wine that's supposed to be amazing. Like I said, whatever you want. You a surprise. I booked an Airbnb for us, for a cabana by the beach next weekend. You mentioned how stressful work's been with the auditing and inventory you've been having to oversee, so I thought you could use a mini vacation where the phone and the brain get to shut off. It's a good thing for you. I love to drive then, especially to the beach. I've got the route and snacks planned, so all you have to do is pack and pick the music. I can fix that. Should we go swimsuit shopping later? Surprise. Earrings to match the watch I got you. A surprise. Bottle of that natural Armenian wine you liked the other night. A surprise. That new release you've had your eye on, so you don't have to get on your own library's waitlist. A surprise. A new e-reader, since yours has that cracked screen. Or not? Don't tell me you were joking when you said you wanted to try caviar like that TikTok trend. I even got the potato chips, cream freeze, and chives, just like they had. Absolutely. We can talk about that. Did one of your gifts break or go bad? Something wrong with them? Did you end up not liking one? I'll return it if I can. Did you want more? Then what's wrong? Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I swear, but what do you mean I give you too many gifts? Is that a problem? No. I see something I think you like or I think you need. I get it for you. Why wouldn't I? But you can accept it. I don't see why you can't. It's not like you're demanding these things of me or like I expect anything in return. You know that, right? That I don't think you necessarily expect presents or have to give me anything in exchange. You're my partner, not my sugar baby. I'm sorry that you feel that way. That I've made you feel that way. If there's anything I can do to help or fix that, well, I can't say this isn't normal behavior for me, because I don't have any baseline to compare it to. You're the first person I've seriously dated like this, so we're currently setting my standard for normal, which could very well be off, judging by your reaction. No, that wasn't me being oblique. I haven't mentioned any exes or trysts or anything of the sort. Not to be polite, but because they don't exist. I never really had the time. No. Of course, there was the awkward hand-holding in high school or the odd blind date or two in college, but none of those lasted. My education was really important to my mom, which meant it was important to me. And not to mention, I'm not exactly the type of date most parents would be jazzed to see on their doorstep. It's sweet that you think I'm cute and polite, doll, but have you forgotten what I do? Yeah, that's sort of a deal breaker. Lots of people were too intimidated or afraid to get anywhere near me, and getting a business degree and learning the ropes of organized crime didn't leave me a lot of free time to care. And that is, until you. Yes, you. Fearless, odd, sometimes violent and threatening you. I don't think you comprehend just how remarkable you are, how special I find you. I've had people afraid to look me in the eye ever since I was a teenager, since people started to care who my parents are, what they do. You dared me with your eyes the second I took the bag off your head. I like that about you. It's one of the many things I like about you. I came from a gift-giving family. I think that's what happens when you have as much money as we do and are as affectionate as we are. I watch my dad give my mom flowers at least once a week. Different ones, too, 'cause she can never pick just one pretty thing. It's not just a romantic thing, either. G and I like to see who can buy each other the newest games and consoles first. I got him the Switch before it was publicly released, and he both loves and hates it. And saying that out loud just now, I suppose the lavish, frequent gifts is sorta normal for me. If they're not okay with you, I can cool it. Of course, the presents are supposed to be tokens of my affection, to make you happy. If you're at all uncomfortable or don't want them, then they're done. What do you want then? Hardly a drop in the ocean, though. I hate to brag, but my family has more money than we could ever need or invest without the IRS breaking down our door. I don't shower you with gifts because I want you to feel indebted to me or because I feel like I have to. I do it because it's fun. I'm glad you think so. Does that mean you're comfortable with me continuing to give you gifts? I can manage less flashy and not as often, absolutely. I suppose it's only been a month since our first official date. I'm grown enough to admit I may have gotten a little overexcited and eager. Yeah, a little. Shut up and eat your caviar. Thank God you decided you wanted it. I hate caviar, so I would have had no idea what to do with all this if you didn't eat it. My mom's a vegetarian at the moment, so she wouldn't take it. Neither would G. Not for dietary reasons. Fish eggs just freak him out. Oh, this is not fancy enough for Auntie Nina. It's beluga or bust for her, and I think she'd disown me if she saw me putting it on a potato chip or not using the traditional mother-of-pearl spoon. Officially, it's because the caviar reacts badly with metal and can lose flavor. Unofficially, it's for the bougie vibes and aesthetics. We're not trying to be bougie, and I'm not buying a special spoon for something I don't even like to eat, so we'll make do with plastic. Cheers. God, it's so weird. It's like Boba if Boba fucking hated people. What was that? Of course, doll. Let me get that for you. You're always welcome to adjust the air or your seat, the music, whatever. No need to ask. The car's only as nice as the ride. Don't be afraid to make yourself comfortable. Oh, damn it. Did I miss our exit? I really was on autopilot. Damn it. I hope I don't make us late. You're sweet. I know we can say you got sidetracked at the library if we need to, but I don't want it to come to that. Tardiness, then blaming said tardiness on you, will make a horrible first impression. Oh, this is so much worse than the first day of school. I was fantastic with teachers. Teachers loved me, and I only would have them for a year anyway. Parents, I have much less practice with, and I'd ideally be seeing yours for much longer than a year. I am sorta nervous. Isn't that funny? I've stared down the barrel of a gun. I've run from the police more times than I can count without breaking a sweat. But this makes me wish I brought an extra shirt. And of course I'm kidding. I absolutely brought an extra shirt. I refuse to be caught unprepared. In the trunk, along with 4 potential host gifts. By the way, I need your help picking which they'd like best. Or we could choose 2. One for your mom and one for your dad. I can also give him all the gifts if you help me carry him. That's definitely an option, and a plan I could get behind if you think it'll work. I got a flat of Chaika strawberries, 'cause can't go wrong with fruit. I got a crate of that Armenian wine you liked that you said your parents might also like. Made a platter of my famous tiramisu. And that's in a cooler with a basket of fine cheese, meats, preserves, and honey. I also debated bringing them first editions of books they like, since they're intellectuals who raised the librarian, but I couldn't find any I thought would be suitable that also would have gotten here in time. Well, you said I couldn't take them out to dinner, and that they wanted to have us over. What was I supposed to do? Not bring a gift? You continue to be sweet, but let's be candid. My presence is not the gift. I am the interloper trying to earn their approval. The best way to do that is with all the charm and money I have at my disposal. We've talked about lavish, expensive gifts for you, not for your parents. This is totally different. We're stopping? Why are we stopping? Because I said so, it doesn't strike me as a great reason to be late, but I'll bite. I should have you know I'm not doing this because you said so. I'm doing this because I fully believe you'd barrel roll out of the car if I didn't. You're sort of fearless, and I really like that about you. It's very kind you're so sure they'll like me. I don't agree, but the fact you're so sure is very heartwarming. Would you like me to alphabetize the possible reasons or categorize them by your precious Dewey Decimal System? You got the master's degree. How should we list my lack of relationship experience, my dangerous and illegal job, and the fact I had you kidnapped? It doesn't matter that last one was sort of a happy accident, or that they don't know about any of those things. My reasons still stand. We're going to be... You floor me, though. I want to be right for you. I want the people who love and know you most in the world to think I'm right for you. Of course. What do you think? I think I'm right for you, too. But if you keep kissing me like that, your parents are not going to agree, and I can't have that. No, because if you keep kissing and looking at me like that, we're skipping dinner and going straight to dessert. You being the dessert, in case that wasn't clear. My whip-smart librarian, you don't miss a thing. Like, dinner. We're not missing dinner. Stop distracting me. You put this beautiful hand on my thigh again, I'm telling your parents what kind of schlock you read at work. I absolutely would. You don't want them asking you about the Omegaverse. You better behave yourself. Hey, doll. How's work going? You free to talk? Oh, God. You're actually taking your federally mandated 15-minute break? Your day must be going real bad. Want to tell me about it? Did that come out this week? Oh, Lord, the teenage girls are going to swarm you. Can't say I blame them. I've read a few, Hunger Games books in my day. The people love a good dystopian escape. Oh, really? So the adult women will be swarming you too. You just can't win. What's the newest schlock you got on the shelves? Kidnapped by the Mafia. A dark romance. Be real with me, though. Did you take up ghost riding without telling me? It's totally okay if you did, but you better have said something sweet to me in the acknowledgments. You'd say that as if I wouldn't read it out loud, just for the shits and giggles. Just to put a smile on that face. What else happened? A new release rush tires you out, but not this much. Is this the Taylor and admin or the Taylor and reference? This motherfucker. What's she done now? I hate her. I'm honestly surprised she still works there after all her mistakes and bullshit. I know your bosses will get rid of her eventually, when she eventually wears out the being fresh out of school excuse, but damn is it taking a long time. You librarians are surprisingly patient. I'm just saying, you have a proficient and, dare I say, talented head of organized crime at your beck and call. I can make the Taylor problem go away like that. I mean, I could bribe someone, get her relocated. What are you thinking? After all this time, you still assume I make people disappear and sleep with the fishes? I'm hurt. As much as I'd love for you to make it up to me, that's actually what I'm calling about. I'm afraid I won't be able to come bring you lunch today, like we planned. I won't be able to come to lunch for a little while. One of the art forges we've been working with, they've been compromised, is how I'd put it. They got involved in something shady. Shadier, I guess. And we're all gonna have to lay low for a while. It's fine. I'm fine. There were threats, yelling, guns blazing. Someone did get stabbed, but it wasn't me or anyone on my payroll. So I'll take that as a win. It's not the end of the world by any means, but it's still a pain in my ass and a lot of extra work on my schedule. I've got to do some damage control and lay low for a while. I'll be out of state for a week, maybe two. I won't be able to meet up with you for some time after that. Not too long. 3, 4 weeks. I will. I'll have to miss your cousin's wedding. I'll send you some money for their gift. I know we're already getting them a Le Creuset, but I'd love to send him an envelope as an extra present. It's the least that I can do, since I RSVP'd, and we'll have to miss it. I'm sorry you're disappointed. I am too. I was really looking forward to meeting the rest of your family. If I could fix this immediately, I would. I can't just show up. Not if I value my safety and yours. I know I said this isn't the end of the world, but it's still a risky situation where I have to be careful. There's a target on my head. People who'd like to hurt me, and anyone who publicly associates with my business. And I gotta keep quiet till that blows over. I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you as best I can, as soon as I can. By the time they come back from their honeymoon, everything should be back to normal. Why don't we take the newlyweds out to dinner or brunch? I can meet them then. We could invite your parents and more of your family. Make it a party on my dime. It's not likely that I'll have to miss that too. Big blowouts like this are rarer than you'd think, but it's not impossible. I can't promise you that something like this won't happen again. I'm sorry. Can you talk to me? I'd like to get an idea how you're feeling, how to fix this and talk it out. And that's hard for me to do when I can't see you. No, I can't. I'd love to be there to bring you lunch like usual, but I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think it's safe. I tried to warn you about this. I said things like this would happen. You're upset. I'm sorry you're upset. That I've made you upset. Please know that I don't think there's anything I can safely do differently. If I thought I could, I would. I feel like you don't believe me. What are you not... Do you have to go? Right now? Of course. You're at work. That makes sense. Can I call you later tonight, when you're off work? We take some time and finish our conversation. You say that. But, who's too busy for who right now? Sorry. Sure. Call me when you're free. I've always got my ringer on for you. I'll text you with updates. If anything changes. I'll miss you. Alright. See you later, doll.
You have one unheard message. First unheard message.
Hey, doll. It's me. Which, you know, of course. This isn't my Mars day, with rotary phones, landlines, and no caller ID. I suppose I'm out of practice after email and texting, usually getting the privilege of getting to see your pretty face up close. I miss you. And that face, by the way, in case you didn't already know. I'm sorry I missed you. I think I may have gotten the time zone wrong. I meant to call you on your way home, but you're probably still at work. I hope you're having a good day at work, by the way. I was thinking of that because I know you have that publicity event of that celebrity reading their children's book. I was thinking that I hope today goes better than the last publicity event your library held. As always, still a little sorry about that. I'm sure that was a once-in-a-lifetime sort of incident. I hope it was, anyway. Sorry. I could have sworn I had so much to tell you, so much to ask. And then I called and I forgot everything. I guess I'm gonna have to get used to this. That's right. I wanted to tell you about how we're settling in. It's so boring here, doll. That's probably why I forgot what I wanted to tell you. There's nothing to tell. We've rented out a couple of furnished houses in the suburbs, glorified and sanitized Airbnbs, basically. They're so dull, so beige. Ma's been going absolutely nuts next door. I'm pretty sure she's gonna sneak out a window like a teenage girl if we don't go shopping or have some stuff delivered. In contrast, G and I are entertaining ourselves fine. He's got a Switch and his games. He's almost happy about all this. This is the closest he's gotten to a vacation in a year. I wouldn't call myself happy, but I have a world of books at my disposal, at least, thanks to my favorite librarian hooking me up with a library card. I would have preferred physical copies, but ebooks travel better, and I'll have to do for now. Everyone sends their love, of course. I'm not above admitting they've heard a lot about you in the past 3 days. Too much, if G has anything to say about it. I miss you, and I've apparently made my family well aware of that. I hope you know that I miss you. I'll let you go, since this is probably getting a bit long, but I hope to hear from you soon. Bye, doll.
End of message. To delete this message, press 7.
Hi, doll. I was just thinking about you. Wanted to say good morning and how nice it was to talk to you last night, even if it was through text. Even if you made fun of the voicemails. I'm a little old school. What can I say? I talk better than I type. And if I stop sending them, you won't have anything to make fun of me for. Well, no. You'd find something. You're smart and relentless. I like that about you. Anyway, I hope you're having a good morning. I actually think I'm calling too early now. Still having trouble with these time zones and all that. So I hope you have a good morning then. We're having a pretty good morning here. That's up for debate. Good news. Gio went out shopping today. Picked up food and knickknacks and entertainment and all that. Bad news. I think the phrase shows violence. Like, I asked for physical books, paperbacks, hardcovers, anything to keep my hands busy. He got me the cheesiest schlock right out the thrift store dollar bin. I have all 4 Twilight books here, though. I have all 16 of the Left Behind books. And the worst part is, I'm gonna read every single one. They're calling out to me like the forbidden fruit off the tree, and I'm about to be burdened with such terrible knowledge. It's not just me either. Ma asked for some framed paintings to give our houses some color, anything other than the landscapes and still lives. So, what does this asshole do? He buys the ugliest, scariest painting I'd ever seen of crying clowns. I've told you I hate clowns. 'Cause I do, and so does Ma. I'm not ashamed to tell you that, 'cause even crime-hardened mafioso have feelings. Feelings like missing you and utterly despising clowns. She won't even burn them or throw them out is the thing. She's convinced that they'll anger the spirits or whatever. Antonina is, like her goddamn son, a shit starter, so she made quick work of hanging him around both houses just to watch us squirm. I'm looking at one right now, actually. Its eyes are following me around the room. I'll have to take a picture to send it to you when I hang up, because I have a feeling you won't believe me when I say it's ominously, threateningly holding a sandwich. The worst part is that it shouldn't be looking at me. I moved it like an hour ago into another room. I know she moved it back to fuck with me. But the weak, superstitious part of my brain that listened to Ma can't help but think it got back onto the wall all on its own, with its big, weird clown gloves. Alright, this voicemail's going on long enough, and I've got a clown to dispatch. Mom, I believe in spirits, but I believe in the cleansing power of fire. A big one, with lighter fluid. Miss you, doll. Text me when you can. And don't forget to have a good day.
Message deleted. Next message sent to...
Hey, doll. I know we just talked this morning, but I saw the picture you sent just now, and I wanted to tell you how gorgeous you looked. You're gonna have such a good time at the wedding, at least if the bride and groom forgive you for outshining them, which they'll have to, because you can't help it. It's just how you are. Anyway, you're probably getting there now and getting situated, so of course there's no need to get back to me soon. Just whenever. When you do, I'd love to hear about all the food and dancing. Those are my favorite parts, and I hate to miss them. You'll have to eat lots of cake for me so I can live vicariously through you. Drink lots of water, since you'll be dancing and drinking, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, doll.
End of message. To delete this message, press 7. Message deleted. Next message sent.
Are you home from the wedding yet? I guess not, or you would have answered, or I hope you would have, at least. Are you having fun? It looks like you are from the pictures you sent, which I really appreciate, of course. I didn't notice before. You're wearing those new shoes I got you. Are they treating you well? I know I got them for you before I left, but I worry whether you broke them in enough. I wouldn't want you to be sore tomorrow for all the dancing and fun. Not too much fun, I hope. I couldn't help but notice your ex in a lot of pictures he sent. I didn't know they were in the wedding party. Probably would have liked to know that, but that's neither here nor there. Just as I'm here and you're there and they're there. How long have they been there exactly? How long have they been in town? Probably a while if they're in the wedding party. If you and your cousin have known them since college. I wonder if that might contribute to why you've been so fucking busy the last couple of weeks. If you're still mad at me and how much... And I know that's a really unreasonable thing for me to say. Unreasonable and unfair, but it doesn't feel right. I know it is, and I'm sorry for even suggesting anything, but I don't know how not to. You and me. Us. That's what it's supposed to be. We're it for me. You're mine, I'm yours. I thought you felt the same, but now I can't fight the feeling that you don't. Which I get is crazy. I sound crazy. I sound insecure and jealous, which are things I never thought I'd be. But I apparently am. Because I feel like I can't get you to talk to me for more than 10 minutes at a time. Is this because I had to go? Is it because your ex is there when I'm not? Is that... I want to ask if that's why this is happening. If that's why you're doing this to me. That sounds fucking stupid. I sound stupid. You're not doing anything to me. And I need to stop talking. Stop all of this. It'll probably call tomorrow, when I've had some time to think, after I've slept. If you don't want to pick up, fine. I understand. I just hope we can talk soon. I miss you. A lot. Okay. Talk later. Hopefully. Bye.
End of messages. Check erased messages. Press 1-9.
Hi. Hi. Sorry that made it sound like I'm not happy to hear you pick up. I am. I'm just surprised. I take it you heard my voicemail from last night. And that's embarrassing. I'm sorry. Did I say I'm sorry last night? Because I am, in case I didn't. Good. Because I am. I'm sorry. It was a lot last night. It's not okay, and I'd like it if you didn't say that it is. I accused you of something last night for basically no reason. I got it in my head that I couldn't trust you, and that was awful on me. I shouldn't have been so... Frankly, I shouldn't have been so insecure. It's juvenile. It's embarrassing. It is to me. I'm starting to see why you were so upset when I said I'd have to leave for a while. I understood why. Don't get me wrong. I understood that you were shocked at how sudden it all was. Disappointed that I'd missed big plans we made. I felt all those things too. But now I really get how awful this is. The distance, the low contact. I don't know how you've done it. How anyone could do this long-distance racket, especially since we didn't start off that way. I have a new, hard-won respect for anyone who has. Because this is... Sorry. I'm making this all about me. We're both dealing with the distance, but I'm the one really complaining about it and not taking it well. I missed you. I didn't know just how much I missed you, how much the isolation and distance would affect me. I'd never really been with anyone before you, so I shouldn't have assumed I had it all figured out. That me letting you know this could happen would make it all okay. I figured. I've gotten pretty familiar with your schedule for these past months, and what the workflow at the library usually looks like. I gathered that you weren't really busy all those times I called. It's... well... I don't want to say it's okay, because it hurt. And I don't want you to say it's okay when I did something hurtful. But I get it. It kind of helps that the less I heard from you, the more I called. It also doesn't help that the cabin fever is getting to me. I'm so tired of G and my ma, and she'd kill me if she heard me say that, if she didn't feel the exact same way. Oh, she's threatened to disown me multiple times, and any offspring I may give her, all for the grave offense of opening a new bottle of wine without her. She's also tired of me talking about how much I miss you. They all are. I haven't been handling that well, and it was presumptuous of me to think I would. I forgive you for screening some of my calls and not wanting to talk to me. And do you forgive me for leaving and acting like a jealous ass? I appreciate you saying the leaving wasn't really my fault. And I agree. But I do think I was too preoccupied with knowing I warned you to think about how you might be feeling in that moment. I could have been more understanding. Then maybe this wouldn't have been so hard, and I wouldn't have made a fool out of myself. I'm happy to hear the distance is easier after the first time, even if I'm gonna try my best so this never happens again. I'll even consider walking straight and narrow if it means I don't have to go on the lam and be apart from you again. Maybe I'll actually become a decent, law-abiding citizen. Become a librarian. Hey, you say that, but I think I have what it takes, even without a fancy degree and resume. Maybe I'll prove it to you, one-on-one. Over dinner, when I get back. It's a date. I hope you'll consider me for the position. I miss you, in case I didn't make that clear already. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you. Everything makes me think of you, from the birds in the backyard to the awful book I'm reading. Oh, doll, am I enjoying Left Behind? How much time do you have? Do you have to get to work? Good. 'Cause I have thoughts. I have questions. And G's tired of hearing about them. But first, have you read these Twilight books? I say this because I trust you with my life. They're, surprisingly enjoyable.